Let's talk about it. Painted by British artist Jonathan Yeo, King Charles III's new royal portrait has been met with mixed reactions. Upon first glance, this painting feels abrasive, aggressive, and dare I say, apocalyptic. But the more time I spend looking at it, the more I like it. We see King Charles III, dressed in the uniform of the Welsh Guards, standing in a dense and all-consuming fog of crimson. A monarch butterfly, a recognized symbol of metamorphosis and rebirth that encapsulates his transformative journey from prince to king, is about to land upon his right shoulder. This detail was requested by the king himself, perhaps as a nod to his continued commitment to climate activism. But what does the rest of the painting signify? Well, let's start by dissecting the work's overwhelming redness. In art history, red has often been used to convey authority, power, and status. Yet the color also undeniably carries darker undertones of violence, bloodshed, and peril. In this case, which interpretation holds true? You could make an argument for any, and perhaps that's the point. I think we have to approach the painting through a more abstract lens. This sea of frenzied red is tumultuous and chaotic. And more importantly, it has succeeded in devouring everything except the king's hands and the king's face. In other words, in the midst of a storm that I interpret to be our modern day world, King Charles remains calm, serene, stoic, and in control. Isn't that exactly what you would want from a leader? Someone who is able to affront turmoil of any kind with unwavering composure. King Charles's gaze is direct without being confrontational, and his expression almost speaks of compassion. This is heightened by the inclusion of the monarch butterfly, an endangered species that finds solace and comfort in his presence. With his hands resting on his sword's pommel, he is completely unfazed by the red confusion surrounding him. I think this painting embodies the concept of leadership amidst the fragility of our contemporary world. Yes, it's abrasive, and yes, it's uncomfortable, but how can such an immense responsibility be anything but uncomfortable? The painting's power lies in its unapologetic innovativeness. It's fresh, it's unexpected, it's loud, and it's controversial, and as a result, it's highly memorable. For a portrait of a 21st century monarch, I think it's pretty darn good.